Hello everyone, my name is Maissa Bakrari and I'm here with my teammate Jafarbek Sayfiddinov, and today we are presenting our final chat system project. We will introduce what our project is about, explain the motivations, and walk you through the demo. As we do that, we were going to show you the improvements we made and the challenges we faced and solutions. Our main goal was to take the basic chat program we created in class and upgrade it into a more modern and functional application. To achieve this, we focused on three core objectives. The first one was to implement a redesigned GUI as to make it easier and more visually appealing. The second one was to integrate an AI-powered chatbot, so the whole experience is more engaging and interactive for the user. The third one is improving functionality by adding buttons and organizing the layouts and emoji support. To build this project, my teammate and I relied on two main technologies. The first one is Take-Enter for creating and redesigning the GUI. The second one is PyTorch for running the AI chatbot model. And in addition to all of this, we used Olama as a tool to run the large language model locally. Through the development, my teammate and I worked independently on our own components using VSC, and we merged our progress through GitHub. Now I'm going to walk you through. Let's do the first login person named A. The second one, let's add a person named B. And let's try the time button, the who, and the search button. Let's enter hey. Not found because we don't have any history. Get Bowen. Let's try number 3. Now let's ask the chatbot a very simple question. 2 plus 2 equals. Now it's going to give us the response. Afterwards, let's reset the bot, send. The conversation has been reset. Now, let's try to connect with person B to create a group chat. Let's have conversation, add an emoji. Now let's disconnect. Bye. Let's try the search. Let's do hey. Oh, it's not found because the first one was hey with an emoji. Let's try second word. Let's try think. Okay, there we go. Okay, the first one was not found because it had an emoji right next to it, so it's not the correct one to type. Let's try the other buttons for this one. Now let's try to see if it's going to answer independently. Let's ask it to write in another language, in Mandarin. Okay, it's telling us that it's Beijing. Let's try in English. And now it's telling us that it's Beijing City. This was our demo for the chat system and our AI chatbot. All right, thank you. A major part of the project focused on redesigning the chat system GUI to improve the user experience. Our key improvements include the visual layout. So we made a clear separation between the chat display area, the message input field, and the controls. So it makes it easier for users to identify where to read, type, and trigger actions. Another thing we add is the interactive buttons. So they're dedicated to add for emojis, timestamps, search, poems, and group chats, and the AI chatbot. Previously, users had to type commands or emoji codes, but right now it's a lot easier with a single click. The final one is text insertion. So we added methods like open emoji and insert emoji to allow emoji insertion at the end of the message. We used the grid layout with Unicode emojis. Now let's move on to the discussion and analysis part for both the GUI and the chatbot. I'm going to share my code and explain some of the technical difficulties that I had and the solutions that I implemented. Okay, for the first one, we're gonna do GUI first. So the first function is emoji picker. And for this one, I used it to implement interactive emoji features. The way it works is first you create a pop-up and then you kind of connect it to insert emoji via the lambda function, and clicking on a button inserts the emoji in the entry. And the emojis are kind of organized in an 8-column grid to make them easy to select. The insert emoji logic follows it inserts the selected emoji at the position we choose, and if the insertion fails, it appends the emoji at the end of the text. And after, it closes the emoji pop-up after the selection. So when I was coding, I had some technical difficulties. So on one of my computers, they used to appear as blank squares, or like you will not see them at all. So the users could not like see the emojis before sending the message. So what I did is I created a grid of emoji buttons with the new top level pop-up, and this kind of like triggered the functions and it inserted at the end, which solved the problem for me. Okay. Another important feature that we added is the search feature, which allows like our users to search their chat logs for specific words. And before they could only like browse manually, which was inefficient for long conversations, but right now they can just find them while typing the keyword. Okay, so the way it works is we have a small pop-up window again, and this pop-up window triggers set search, and afterwards we have the main processing loop in the GUI, and it picks up like the message and sends it to the server to retrieve the result. It was actually easy to implement because we already did similar thing to the code in class. For the code organization, we first started with GUI for user interaction and make sure we meet the minimum requirements for the message display, the button triggers, and the emoji insertion. Second was the client state machine, chat utilities, the chat server, which include methods for sending and receiving messages and controlling the chat system architecture. We also created new codes for the chatbot. The more important ones were the chatbot client and the chatbot manager. The chatbot manager was very important for managing different users at once. And we also managed the group chat. And after implementing the chatbot, it was a little bit more difficult because we had to maintain independent conversations for every chat room. We also integrated an AI chatbot using two models, chatbot client and chatbot manager. So the integration with the GUI was a little bit challenging. So, but now the users can open a chatbot window, send questions, and receive like responses directly in the chat interface. Okay, so for the coding for the chatbot manager, it kind of serves as like a manager that makes sure like the conversations or interaction and the in the chat system do not lose context. So when actually coding for the first time, we had this problem of simultaneous conversation between, for example, person A and B in the demo, and the chatbot will actually mix up the context. So the solution that we did is to make sure there is per conversation like bot instances, as you can see here. So each conversation has its own chatbot client, and like the AI context is isolated for each chat room or private conversation. Also, we did the reset bot to clear the memory for a conversation. Now for the final part, which was a reflection done by me and my teammate, which is what could have we done better for the chat system. So possible improvements we thought about was expanded more emoji categories. In fact, we wanted to add emojis for my country, his country, and China, but it did not work. And the second one we want to do is to kind of make the login more secure by adding password. And the third one was adding like file sharing, message reactions. And the fourth one is adding videos and audios. And this was my ICDS project, Maissa Bakrari and Jafarbek Sayfiddinov. Thank you, everyone.